So for our community cat program, we did kick that off in 2013. We were the first county to go live with the program. We did all the research, and we made that countywide for all the areas that we serviced. And what's important about the community cat program is that, we offer these TNR vouchers, which is trap, neuter, and return. And we know that the research is there, so people can go to Alley Cat Allies, University of California, Davis, vet school, kind of like the mothership of TNR. And so when we implemented the program here, we knew that there was going to be some frustrations because historically it's always been, you trapped the cats came to the animal control facilities, and then they were euthanized. But then more cats kept coming, right? So the cats that are out there are not being sterilized. They're certainly not being vaccinated. And so we joined the nationwide movement to get involved and do something different about it. Something that we knew was more humane, and we knew that the research was fact-based, and that's what we started. It was our TNR program. So you're gonna see someone that used to feed the cats, then it gets out of hand, then they decide, okay, well, I'm not gonna feed the cats, they're just gonna go away, and it doesn't. Now this person's frustrated, right? So they're gonna, kill the cats, which you could see that, they don't, because it is a felony.
And it's not even in.
It's not a law that you have to participate in TNR. It's just something that we try and get the public to do. But we can't go around and kill cats and stuff. Good. All right. Good. That's what we gotta make sure. So
all the cats that go through our community cat program, not only are they vaccinated, they're sterilized, but we ear tip them. So the left ear is going to be tipped, so we can distinguish while the cats are out there if that cat's part of a program. And the important piece of the community cat program is the vacuum effect. You think by removing this one cat and never coming back, this cat's holding this territory. So if we take the cat that's holding the territory away, now we get the cats that are not sterilized, moves into that territory, they breed, and now we're back at square one. So we always want the cats that go through the program to come back because they're going to kind of, man that territory, and they can't procreate.
All right, so yeah, Deputy Davis and I just went out to a house. A guy brought up a feral cat to Macomb County Animal Control. And he wanted us to put the cat down. And we tried to explain the TNR program to him, but he walked away in frustration and said, if you're not gonna do it, then I'm gonna do it myself. So we showed up at his house trying to educate him on the TNR. He was nice to us. He was just frustrated, and he said he had no intention of going around and murdering these cats. So we tried to get him to participate in the TNR program, or at least to tell his neighbors to do so. And that's kind of where we left it, and we're pretty confident that he's not going to hurt any cats. Hello.
Hello.
I'm with Animal Control. How's it going today?
It's going good?
Good. We got a call and complaint about 15 plus cats in the house?
Yeah, I'm a rescue.
You're a rescue?
Yeah, when people I've been trying to get a hold of
Okay.
The home county thing, but they said they couldn't take any more cats, and so me and my husband were take Macomb.
Okay.
Not Macomb, Hamtramck.
Hamtramck. Okay.
Yeah.
When are you taking some?
We were planning on doing it Wednesday.
Okay. And so how many cats do you have in here? Huh?
About 20. Because a
About
lot
20.
of them are kittens
Okay.
that we found under abandoned
Okay.
houses.
Do you have
and stuff.
rescue paperwork showing you are rescue? Okay. Because Harrison has a limit of 3.
Okay.
Okay. Do you mind if I come take a look?
Yeah.
Make sure they're in good condition?
Oh yeah, most of them
Oh,
are,
bud.
except for this new breed that just got born.
Okay.
So
When we respond to possible cat hoarding situations, one of the things we have to look at is we have to start this investigation. So we have to arrive on scene, start investigating, and then if this becomes a reality that we are really dealing with a cat hoarding situation, back in the day it was like, well, we're just going to remove all these cats at one time, right? But we have to be really conscious of that now, because then it overwhelms the resources over at Animal Control. It overwhelms not just the resources, but the staff. All of a sudden you could be going, whatever the additional amount of cats are going to be, you have to keep in mind that most of the cats that come out of a cat hoarding situation are usually always sick. And now we just took that problem from that home and just dumped it on to the amazing staff over at Macomb County Animal Control. And that's a lot of a situation that becomes overwhelming really fast. So in this situation, we could see that these cats, when we walked in the home, were very ill.
This is one of the newborns that we just found. Their mother is that white one over there that we found underneath the house.
Okay.
He's not doing too good though.
Yeah, he needs to see a vet.
Yeah.
Do you have a vet you take them to?
We had one over in New Baltimore.
Okay. Hi, sweeties.
I can still feel his heart.
Hey, yeah, can you take him to the vet today? He needs to go.
Yeah.
He needs to go.
In this situation, you're going to see that we make the owner drive this cat to the vet. We're following them to make sure that this does happen.
10-4 ACA, we have you en route following the cat owner for the vet at 1329. You go ahead and text me now.
We're not just entrusting you because we can see everyone's overwhelmed here. So we made sure that, they're driving this cat to the veterinary clinic to get it care.
Hey, Chief. So this call on Morgan, these people have like 20 cats in there, she says. And some of them...
On Morgan?
On Morgan. Yep, Morgan.
What was that call for?
15 plus cats.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is she getting them fixed?
Well, she claims she has somewhere to take them Hamtramck tomorrow. But I walked in and there was a kitten laying there, and he's still breathing, but he's not doing too good. So I'm following her, making her take him to the vet. Hey, she says the kitten didn't make it, but I'm still having her go inside.
Okay. Where vet are you at?
Cats.
All right.
What?
The kitten's dead. Still test it. We could hurry up and test it.
Yeah.
You get it back to us right away.
Oh, she's going in advance right now.
So we have several cats that are unfortunately dying, actively dying. And then the plan is, what do we do? And how are we going to man this?
Yeah, just see if Advance will combo test it for us.
Yeah.
Just bring it back. We don't have to. Or you could just bring it back here. It's dead.
Just bring it back here, Mike, and we can combo test it, and we can pan loop test it too.
Okay, I'll bring him back here, and then we'll get a plan together, and then talk to him.
So this situation, what we did is we said, okay, the cats are less stressed in this situation at the moment. We start testing them for some viruses, and then we just slowly start thinking, where can we place these cats? And we're slowly bringing them to animal control, the ones that need medical care right away. And then from there, we start figuring out, what are we gonna do so this doesn't repeat itself either, right? So if we just remove the cats and got all these cats medical care, how are we gonna make sure that, the people that got themselves in this situation, that this doesn't repeat itself? And a lot of that, unfortunately, is going to have to be done through the court system. And in this case, that's exactly what we do. And it's just so that we could keep things moving through a process and let them know on their end that it is very serious and we don't want to repeat this again. And, so we ended up sterilizing the cats and obviously getting them medical care, the ones that we could save. Specifically this time of year, we are getting inundated with calls for wildlife. Specifically, people think that, they see a little baby something, a fawn, baby raccoons, baby squirrels, fledglings, and they instantly think that they need intervention, and they don't. So I always try to educate them and tell them, go onto the DNR's website. You can go on Michigan Department of Ag website. This case, we do have a wildlife vet, so we, maybe bring it back here. We try to see, do the wings work? Do the legs work? Is it able to hold its head up? We try to analyze it and examine it the best we can.
It's trying to flap its wings now. see if it could just
Fly? Want to put it outside then? Just to see? Because it's just now trying to flap its wings.
So I just think you guys just I mean, you just disturbed it probably. That you just say, excuse me.
When we respond to these calls, those are the important thing is we're trying to look and see, you know, does this animal really need intervention? Because sometimes the best thing you could do for wildlife is leave it alone.
Because like I said, there is a nest nearby. Because I see the feet. There's nothing wrong with his feet. It's not.
And then if it seems like it should be put back in the wild, then that's what we want to do is put it back out in the wild. Because a lot of times wild animals are going to stress more when we can find them. And so we have to always kind of keep that in mind. May not always be aesthetically the best thing that people want to see in a show, but this is the reality of it. And think of all the waterfowl we have here in Macomb County.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Is your wife home by chance?
She is not.
She just left, I'm assuming?
Yeah, she left about 10 minutes ago.
Okay. I was gonna let you know then. I know she had the whole complaint about the goose and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We have to put the goose back, okay, because the goose is completely healthy, okay? Has no issues with its wings, no issues with its feet. Could have a nest somewhere in the area that we can't see, could have another mate somewhere in the area, but because of the fact that it's healthy in the nose area.
3 days it's been sitting there. We've never had a goose. We've lived here 30 years.
Yep, and as soon as I took it out at our station, it tried to fly. It tried to run away from me. It's not even sick to the point where it's thin. It's healthy weight and everything.
Because they always hang out at that pond on the other side of the sub.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, like I said, it looked odd at first when it had its head down in a sense, low crawling, things like that. But
yeah, it's been like that for 3 days. But it does get up and walk around a little bit because I sometimes work here.
Right.
A couple days. But the thing is, when the kids go by, we got a bunch of little kids in the state. I mean, my kids are all grown and gone, but I mean, it'll go after them. And it goes after, what am I going to do when I cut my grass tomorrow?
Well, that's where the goose will eventually move, because when I got near it, it took off and tried to walk away from me and tried to avoid me and things like that. And like I said, when I tried to take it out, it tried to open its wings up to get away from my grasp of it. So
dealing with waterfowl, and we respond to that waterfowl, a lot of times, like you're going to see the geese, and they are notoriously always going to pick a bad spot to nest. So, you know, mom's making her nest, dad's hanging out, but that mom is going to be hunkered down in that nest, especially if she sees that, you know, weather's coming. Even if it's raining, a lot of times they're just going to be hunkered down on that nest. And you're going to disturb them walking up to them all the time. And you might not know that they're actually sitting on a clutch of eggs, you know. So a lot of times you tell people, just leave them alone.
Hello. I'm Deputy Connor from Macomb County Animal Control. How's it going today? Hey, we got a call complaint about cat breeding here. We did. There's just Scottish folds here.
Oh, we're not breeding cats here.
You're not breeding cats?
We do get a lot of calls about cat hoarding situations or possible cat hoarding situations. And we do investigate all of them, because the reality could be that they are truly cat hoarding situations. But they're not always that way, right? So when we do go out there, we want to talk with the people, we want to do our investigation, and we want to also keep in mind that it's not always punitive, right? We have to really, over these last few years, we really have to change our perspective of how we respond to stuff too, because we also want people to retain their pets, right? If they're taking really good care of them, we want them to retain them.
So I do have to inform you that Clinton Township are going to pass ordinances about breeding, and you would have to be registered with Macomb County Animal Control. That can be done on our website. Not sure when that's going to get passed through. It's already been passed, but it's in the process of being codified, okay? And we got also, the other complaint was that maybe some of these cats weren't in the best condition. Do you mind if I come take a look?
Sure, come on in.
Okay. So we got a call and complaint about a cat breeder, that the conditions were horrible and some of those cats were like not doing good. So I knocked on the door. I met with the owner, and she said she wasn't breeding. I informed her of the ordinances and how Clinton's gonna pass our ordinances on on just breeding in general and how you have to register, and they haven't codified it yet. So I was letting her know that's coming, so it's not like a surprise. And I asked to go view some of the cats, and she let me in. Clearly, she was or has been breeding in the past, and she had probably about 6 or 7 cats that I saw. I asked her how many. She wasn't sure. The conditions weren't bad. The house was clean. Cats looked fine. There was one cat that looked like maybe a URI or something. She says she has paperwork. I saw some of the paperwork. She seemed weird about me being in there, so I couldn't really take pictures. I called the vet. She goes, they're sending me some paperwork, so I'm just kind of waiting for that to kind of go from there. I let her know that Clint Township has an ordinance of only 4 dogs or cats. And then we'll kind of just get a plan together and go from there once I'm able to collect more information from the vet and stuff like that. So
we get a call, we have a stray dog. It's elderly, it's being called in from the neighbors, and it's by a pond. And so we're thinking the worst, right? Like, oh my God, this dog jumps in this pond, it's gonna be a disaster.
Hi, babes. You okay? Oh, I don't want to scare him and have him go into the water.
It happened already once.
Really?
Walked away and he came back up.
Dispatch AC-8X.
Go for 8X.
When you're clear from that, there's another stray roam in that same subdivision. And I'll put another call in for it.
10-4. There's this little dog right by the water behind Huntington. He is not confined. So I'll be here for a minute. Oh, please don't jump in, bud. Hey.
8X, do you know the breed of that small dog? I can do a breed search for you.
Possible Chihuahua mix. Hi. Come here. You okay? You okay? Come here. Hi. Hi. Come here. Don't get scared. You're okay. Come on. Just don't jump in the water, buddy. You're okay. I know. Come on. This way. This way, buddy. You cold? Are you cold, sweetie? I know. Hey. Come here, sweetie. Oh, there we go. Hi. Oh.
Old dog.
Yeah, he's an old guy. Bella, girl.
Oh, no.
Lives on Pentwater.
Oh.
We'll see if we can get you home. Ah, there we go. All right.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I was worried about it. I seen it running right past my house.
Yeah.
You know, I was surprised no one else called, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. AC-8X to dispatch. Hi, you're scared.
8X.
I was able to secure the dog. It does have a tag with an address. I'm gonna drive over there. So we got a call that there was a small dog running loose in a neighborhood. We get out there. Caller calls back saying that it was now behind a Huntington Bake off of Hall Road down by a pond by the water. And so we get out there. Actually, the caller was a guy I dealt with a week before involving in a bite, and it turned out not to be a bite. So he was a cool dude, very nice. Pointed to where the dog was. The dog ended up in the water at one point, climbed back ashore. So I went to the shoreline real slow, was able to lasso the leash over the dog and carry him to safety. Dog had a tag on. Her name was Bella. Was able to drive back to return the dog, and the guy was out looking for her. So he stopped us and asked if we had a dog, and he said she was 18 years old, so she's pretty spry for 18. And then we were able to return the dog safely. Dog's already licensed, so we're good there. Over the weekend, when we're not here, Clinton PD will hold stray dogs for us in their pole barn. I'm gonna scan you again, bud. And see if you got a chip. I don't think you do. What's that? Serpentine scan everywhere. No trips, sweetie. Come here. Go on.
You know, securing your dog.
That's a good boy.
And it's not even just securing your dog, right? Because that's an important piece, like checking the fence. You know, if your dog's a runner out the front door, make sure you have a closer on that front door so it shuts, you know, so your dog can't get out or lessens those chances. But the other piece is that microchip and our dog licenses, because they have a smart tag. All our dog licenses have a smart tag. The other piece is setting that dog up or pet up for success to get him back to you. So if he happens to come to Animal Control or Humane Society or Rescue or a Good Samaritan, how does this person know who you are? Right? Where do we return this pet? Microchip, ID tags, you know, those, our dog licenses have smart, they're smart tags so they can link you to them. That's the most important piece. Right? If you are missing any of those pieces to that puzzle, you're making it that much harder for your pet to get reunited with you. And you could be one of those people that say, well, my dog's never gets out, or my cat's strictly an indoor cat, it never gets out. There's always that chance.
Does that itch?
Oh, I'm sorry, bud.
Since we're talking about, you know, setting your pet up for success to get them home, I mean, if we just think about it in a short moment here, we're going to be at 4th of July. People are going to be lighting out fireworks coming up before 4th of July and probably even after. So you have the responsibility now to set your pet up for success. And if you don't, shame on you, because there's so many opportunities to do it. And once again, I want to thank you, the viewers, for tuning in with Shelby TV and Macomb County Animal Control for On Patrol. This is episode 20. We appreciate you tuning in every single time. And make sure you go on our Facebook page and you go on to Shelby TV, share this, because knowledge is power. And once again, we thank you for tuning in.